what's going on everybody, bro? That's Stuart, and today, man, I'm doing a little tier list for y'all, bro. We got all the legendaries and anime vanguards as of right now. This is like 2-3 days after release. I don't really remember to be real, but something like that. But yeah, man, we have the 6 legendaries that are currently in the game. We're gonna be doing a little tier list for you guys. Before we get into this tier list, please like this video, bro. I need the support, bro. All my anime vanguards video been doing kind of butt recently, but yeah, bro, please like this video and subscribe if you want to. Yeah, let's get into this tier list, bro. Okay, first up, we got Goku Black, man. Yo, this guy's pretty good, bro. If you don't know, he's like a circle AoE, does a blast, he's multi-hit. His damage is okay for a legendary, but his DPS is like really high. And his range isn't that like crazy on placement either. His DPS becomes like pretty good, and so does his range later upgrades, but he is quite expensive. But honestly, he does also become a circle AoE, which is a lot better. He already is a circle AoE, but I mean, he gets like a different attack and it's bigger. His range is pretty decent. His DPS is pretty decent. His DPS does go low, like later in upgrades, but on placement, he's at like 6 or 7 SP8. It's pretty bad. So with that, I'm gonna put him in B tier, probably bottom B tier. Next, we got Grimjaw. If you don't know, he's a line attack. His DPS is mid. It's decent mid. It's nothing crazy, but it's okay. But his SPA, on the other hand, it's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It's like 6 to 7 SPA, and it's just not great. He also gets a new attack. He has two different attacks. The first one is like a slim line AoE, and then he gets like a fatter AoE line, of course. But it's pretty decent. That DPS is okay. It's not crazy. SPA, it drops to like 4.4, I'm pretty sure. And then his range is not the greatest. Yeah, his range is not that good. So with Grimjaw, I'm gonna put him in C tier. I say he's okay, but like definitely would go for a different legendary. Next up, we got Pain, bro. Now, I'm pretty sure Pain is the only full AoE on placement. In Legendary, I don't know about the Mythicals and everything like that, but what I do know about Pain is his SPA is like 9 seconds, bro. It's kind of crazy. But if you do not know, Pain's ability actually pushes back the enemies when he hits, but like I said, he has 9 SPA, and his damage is like mediocre at best. It's not great, especially like what I'm talking about early on. Like on placement, this guy has a 9 SPA and he's doing like 80 something damage. He pushes the enemy back, but it's still not worth it if you ask me. Later upgrades, he still has that ability, but he gets a different SPA, and when I mean ability, I mean like he pushes the enemy back. His SPA goes down, future upgrades, DPS rises a ton, and he gets a new move where he throws a boulder and he turns into a circle instead of full AoE. It's a pretty big circle though, don't get like misjudged. With that, I'm gonna put him in the A tier. Definitely one of the better legendaries, but the SPA is the only thing that's kind of holding him back. His DPS is pretty decent though. Later upgrades, of course, and his ability to push people back is really good as well. Next, we have his Gon, bro. If you don't know, Gon is a circle AoE with pretty decent damage, but his SPA on placement is just really high. As well as Gon's range on placement is pretty bad. It's like 13 range, I'm pretty sure, not great at all. As well as having a high SPA, like at best he's gonna be able to target like once on placement. And then when he does hit him, it only is like doing 120 damage, something like that. It's not great. Oh, and I do gotta clarify, when I say 120 damage, I'm referring to my level 14 Gon. So on level 1, it's gonna be a lot worse. It's probably gonna be like around 80. But I will say later, Gon is probably one of the better legendaries as well, though. Because later, he's not the greatest on placement, but around max, his DPS is pretty sturdy, doing around like 5 to 700, something around that range. As well as only having a 4.4 SPA and a really decent range. And he is going to be a circle AoE as well. So it's pretty decent, not bad. With that out the way, I am going to put Gon in, I don't know. I want to either put him in high B tier or low A tier. I'm going to just go with B tier for now, if it lets me. I got to move that one. But yeah. Alright, man. Kizaru, bro. Now this is probably the best legendary in the game, if you ask me. He has a really, really low SPA, but his circle on placement isn't like crazy. Like it's pretty small. He has a circle AoE, but he has like a 2.8 SPA or something like that on placement. It's pretty decent. Apologies, this is not 2.8. It's around like 3.8 I meant. but it's something like that, and then it only goes down from there. He becomes a big ol' circle AoE attack, later upgrades, as well as like a really decent range, I'm not gonna lie. And DPS wise, he's pretty decent unit. He's definitely lower than Pain and lower than Gon, but he makes up with it for SVA. As well as Kizaru being a multi-hit, that is also perfect. I forgot to mention Goku Black is also a multi-hit, and so is Kizaru, which is great. But the only character I will put in S tier is Kizaru, for legendary, of course. Now Itachi, if I'm being honest, I have not used Itachi since like the release of the game. I do know he's not that good. I think he does burn damage. It's not crazy. I think that's really all he does. I don't remember that much. I know Itachi's not like crazy good. I know he's like a mediocre type unit. But yeah, I think he does burn damage as well as heavy. He's a pretty decent high SBA, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I don't really have that much info on Itachi if I'm being honest, so we're just gonna put him at C tier. But yeah, man, this is my ranking for all the legendaries currently in the release of Anime Vanguards. Please like this video and subscribe. I would heavily appreciate it. And yeah, I'm out. Peace.